Deadpool has had some crazy adventures, but he isn't always a crazy guy. His career as a superhero started very painful for him. It started with him entering the Weapon X program after he was diagnosed with cancer. One of the doctors who ran Weapon X wanted to know, why did they kick out a man who had the cure for cancer? But the technicians explained the man was mentally unstable, and there's a chance that his healing factor didn't even kick in until after he was expelled. So the man who had his cancer cured was literally thrown out with the trash because he was mentally gone. And Department K, the Weapon X project owners, were on board with this. But the doctor, he brought up a good point. Does anybody seem to realize how much a cure for cancer is worth? And he states, he no longer works for Department K, and he kills the technician. But this doctor, whose name is Butler, has been knocking out Deadpool for the last 30-odd years, and he's been taking Deadpool's organs and blood for use in experiments. He hopes to try and cure every disease and problem known to mankind, because, as we discover, he's trying to save somebody. Deadpool has recently had the spirit of a large black woman named Preston who works for S.H.I.E.L.D. placed in his head. She talks to him frequently and is always aware of what's going on. So that's how Wade found out that his organs were being removed by them knocking him unconscious, because she wasn't unconscious when he was. It doesn't take much for Wade to figure it out though. This is definitely a Weapon X project thing, so he better go find Wolverine. And of course he does, with Wolverine in bed. Wolverine has no idea what's going on with Deadpool, so Deadpool says goodbye to Wolverine and Storm, who's hiding underneath the covers. Wade then heads off to talk to Captain America for advice on what he should do, and he finds the Cap in the middle of a Hydra fight. Cap tells Wade that he's a good soldier, but a bit of a head case, and Cap says that everyone needs somebody to talk to. And good luck with your mission, Wade. Wade contemplates what he should do next. This isn't normal for him. Normally he's on some crazy adventures where he fights his own clones, he kills dinosaurs, or he's bothering the X-Men. But to go back to where all of this started, he's gonna need to be ready. And since the people who jump him for his organs know that he knows what they do now, they won't be coming for him so quietly next time. So he prepares a surprise, and he cuts open his own leg to slip something into it. He then heads to a slum of a room, and he gets ready to be captured. But somebody is already there waiting for him, and it's Wolverine! And he says, Deadpool, you're right. Somebody is here for you, and they're seconds away. Deadpool opens fire in the door, killing the first of his kidnappers. Preston tells him to get the mic off that guy's head, and he responds to her, that's a great idea, now I control the bastards! But she tells him to be quiet and listen to them. It gives them a tactical advantage. Wolverine gets his claws out. 4 guys just dropped onto the roof, and Deadpool begins to throw things into a microwave while Wolverine begins to cut up the thugs through the walls. Deadpool then opens fire on more of them while Wolverine cuts their ropes so that no one is climbing up the side of this building. And Deadpool declares on the headset that he stole, Butler, I'm gonna kill these men and I'm coming for you. And Preston says in his head, well, there goes our tactical advantage. He then sets off the microwave, destroying the entire building. And he screams up at the men, I won't go back. I won't be your guinea pig anymore. Wade then mows down the mercenary sent to get him. He's gonna win this. Or is he? He's actually been under sedation this whole time. And this is just a dream. We see Dr. Butler explaining to a colonel that they have been letting Deadpool roam free this whole time because it's far too dangerous to keep him here. Weapon X went crazy and killed everybody, so the only way that they can keep Deadpool is by keeping him sedated. But remember that thing in Wade's leg? He was expecting that this might happen, and it breaks open, waking him up with an adrenaline shot. He snaps the nearest scientist's neck and he tells Preston to shut up for a second, let him work. And once he slaughters everybody in the room, they look around to see what they're dealing with. He's been getting injected with a powerful mind-wiping drug, something that allows you to implant memories into somebody else's head. Wade moves forward, killing everyone in his path, but they did something to him, and he's not feeling too well at all. Preston suggests that they should go outside and call a S.H.I.E.L.D. airstrike, and Wade agrees. But once they step outside, they realize that they're off in some far-off corner of Korea. And just then, Dr. Butler walks out, and he wants to explain what they're doing to Wade. Dr. Butler explains that they haven't been experimenting on him, they've been harvesting his organs, and what they're doing is right down there in that camp. And when they get there, Wade sees what they've been doing. Korea has been paying for super soldiers, so Dr. Butler has been grafting on other mutants' powers using Wade's tissue to make it stick. Wade is happy that he saw this, because now he can kill Butler with no remorse. But Butler tells him, if you kill me, you'll never see your family again. Wade just laughs because his family abandoned him when he entered the Weapon X project. But Butler says, no, the family that you started when you had a child with Carm. Wade turns and says, what now? And Butler shoots him in the head. With this knowledge, Wade is defeated mentally, and he explains to Preston that the child's name is Eleanor, and he knew about her. Carm came looking for child support, and he just laughed it off. The baby was just too beautiful to be his. But just then, a Nightcrawler Korean experiment named Kim arrives, and he says that the other experiments at him, they're planning to escape tonight, but their families are being kept hostage elsewhere. They need Wade's help. He's the only person that Butler seems to be scared of. But Wade, he's mentally broken. Thankfully, though, he has Preston inside of his head, and he allows her to control his body so that they can leave the area with Kim. As they go through it trying to find a way back outside, Wade comes across something interesting, though. Butler was watching when Wade asked for help, and he asked Wolverine and Captain America. So guess who Butler has sedated and being kept hostage right here in this Korean base? Oh boy, are these two gonna be pissed. Wade, now back in control of his body since his friends are here, explains that the Weapon Plus project has been continuing right here in North Korea, and he needs the both of them to help him shut this down for good. With the rest of the experiments, they plan the ultimate prison break. Wade begins firing at everybody, and it's time for Deadpool to be back in action. The experiments are all getting wrecked, but Captain tells the guards, I urge you to surrender. You won't win this. The guards then get wrecked because they said, nah. And Captain lobs his shielded one while Wolverine leaps inside of another, letting Deadpool stick a grenade inside of the guy. The fight is epic, and once it's done, they win. And Deadpool slaps a Hello Kitty band-aid on Wolverine, and they get ready to end this with Butler. All of the experiments' families, Butler, and his sister that he keeps reviving, and Deadpool's daughter, they're all being kept at Camp 23, so that's where everyone goes. And Wolverine notices Wade's never been this quiet, and it's because he finally has something to lose that he didn't know he had. He's scared that he'll lose his daughter. The entire group goes to town killing everybody that stands between them and their families, and they do it. They kill all of the guards standing between them. Some of the families are freed. There's a problem. The Korean army had enough time to Wade, he's excited. He's gonna finally see Carm again, and he's gonna meet his daughter. And he wants to know, will this sign help? But Wolverine can smell it in the air. He knows what happened, and he tries to tell Wade, to warn Wade. But Wade won't hear it. They're alive. He just found out about them. They can't be dead. He finally has something to fight for. Preston even begs him, don't go look. Don't be the one to go check. But there she is, on top of a pile of bodies. Carm has been killed, and Wade is distraught. Cap and Wolverine begin to wire the entire place to explode, and Wade just walks to Butler's little panic room. Butler states that he called the entire Korean army, and Wade might as well just give up now. There's so much good that they could do together if Wade would just join Butler and help his cause. He tells Wade to stop looking past him, stop looking at his sister. And where is that damn Korean army? Well, they're currently at the front gate, and standing at the front gate is Captain America, and they really don't want to fight him. Butler tells Wade that his experiment gave Wade's life meaning, but Wade argues that Butler had no right to put him in a tube, no right to experiment on all these poor civilians, and no right to experiment on his own sister. And he tells Butler's sister, death before experimentation. She opens the door, letting Wade in. He walks in, snaps Butler's arm, and then he chokes him to death. No one gets to experiment on human beings. Wade thanks Butler's sister, and he helps her back to her bed. She just wants to rest now, without somebody trying to revive her. Wolverine walks in and says that there's plenty of explosives here to make this place blow sky high. And Wade waves goodbye to Butler's sister. This is what she wants. Wolverine, Captain America, and Deadpool all get out of there, and they say their goodbyes. Wade ends up in Tokyo, contemplating what he had, and what he didn't even know he had. His daughter could be alive. He never found her body. And he says, leave him out of it. He'll just leave Preston to find his daughter if she's even alive, if it's even possible. But this isn't where our story ends. Very soon, the Watcher's secrets will be revealed to the world, and Preston will find out that Deadpool's daughter is alive and well. But we'll cover that soon, because for now, Wade needs to cope.
Hey everyone, this is Jason at Indie Bookosaurus, and I hope you really like this video. Go ahead and click like, comment, subscribe, call your friends, call your mom, tell everybody. We're watching videos all up in here. But if you like this video, I'm gonna pitch an idea to Joss Whedon and James Cameron that is so good that I can only show it to you with action figures. Just imagine, on the Firefly, horror has ensued when Malcolm Reynolds is having to combat the man-in-suit alien. No! Your time has come to an end. Your time with you has definitely come to a middle. I'm on a bad show now. Serious, if you get these toys, you can do that in your room.